now.
Well, they really are. 8 rebounds to 2. They out-rebounded Michigan in the first game, and so far in the NCAA tournament, Jim, they have out-rebounded their opponents by 10 a game. But they haven't played an opponent that can get on the boards like Michigan. Michigan a little slow coming out, though, Jim. Not the same foot speed and intensity they had against Kentucky. But it's so early. Michigan picks their offense up higher now. A 1-4 set. They're looking for a back screen and a lob out of this.
Pelinka, three-pointer. Got it. They didn't make one against Kentucky. That's their first of this Final Four. Rob Pelinka.
Well, that wipes out one of our 4 keys to the game. They've got to make a 3, so one of those is now done.
Lynch fires at the Phelps.
Nice cross-court. Good help by Weber.
Lynch on the baseline.
Oh, good block out by Jimmy King. Montross couldn't get to the ball.
4-on-2. Weber back to King, over to Rose. Pelinka sets up for another 3. Good. 1 in a row. Rob Pelinka, and that's why Steve Fisher says he's become our top perimeter sub.
Jim, that's why Steve Fisher is 17-2 in the NCAA tournament. I mean, he pulled the trigger quickly to get Pelinka in there, set him up for some shots.
And Michigan has the lead. Sullivan thought about it. Williams will take it.
Good follow through, but nothing there. 5 men down in the lane for Michigan, and they still can't get the rebound.
Rebound to Jimmy King. 10-9 Michigan.
Those threes changed the tenor of the game. You can see a little worried look on a North Carolina player's face. Jalen Rose, 3 in a row. 9 straight points on threes. That'll turn it around. You don't have to get rebounds. You make those. Montross down low. There's a triple team on him.
Hook too strong. King with the rebound. Pelinka.
Good passing.
Howard with a 2. Weber kicks it back out.
He's so unselfish when he gets the ball inside. Excellent passer.
The last 3 trips, 9 points. Weber driving. No contact, or no foul on the contact. And score the bucket for Chris Weber.
North Carolina totally out of sync right now. See if they get back to their offense. Donald Williams has not gotten on track. There's a switch by Rose. Leaves Williams open.
Williams to Montross. Missed the dunk. Oh, no, it falls in anyway. Breaks the 11-point run by the Wolverines.
That was really a breakdown by Michigan, Jim, because Rose didn't aggressively make the switch, so that allowed Williams just to have a head start.
Pelinka.
Good fake.
Puts it up. Too strong. Weber. That's going to count. Dragged to the floor.
That was George Lynch, one of the strongest forwards in college basketball, who had Weber right around the shoulder. And Weber was so strong, he was able to take it right up. And now, Jalen in here really going at it. That's called the lecture. You can watch it right here. I thought that Pelinka got fouled, but watch the strength that Weber has, being pulled to the floor and still softly put it up on the board. There was the contact inside.
Weber.
There's Lynch pulling him down, and he still put it up.
Weber gets 2 for the basket. Does Lynch get 2 for the takedown?
Well called. This is a tremendous run by Michigan, doing it on the offensive end of the floor. And that. Boy, I thought Howard was going to get a cheap one, and now Steve Fisher, another very crafty move, realizing he doesn't want Chris Weber in any foul trouble, brings Riley in there with a lead. Up 7, he'll rest his big guy for a while.
Weber goes out with 7 points, 14-2 run in the last 3 minutes for Michigan.
And Jim, keep up with that. Who plays the most time? See, the other thing Steve Fisher got out of this, that Eric Montross needed a rest. I think he feels that Riley can beat Salvador.
Oh, the whistle takes away the fast break for the Wolverines. They call a reach in on Jimmy King. That's his second. 2 on King, 2 on Jackson.
In that matchup, Riley and Salvador. In the first game, Riley played 17 minutes, had 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Salvador played 10 minutes, didn't score, didn't get a rebound, and had 5 fouls. So Steve Fisher has to feel comfortable that he can get the better of this matchup while Montross and Weber are out.
Henrik Rodel in for North Carolina. Number 5, out of bounds off Michigan.
I haven't seen North Carolina this confused on the offensive end of the floor in a while. Those 3-point shots took away a lot of concentration.
Reese driving on Rose.
Great penetrating move. Made all East Regional. Good Reese.
Howard. Yes, score the basket.
The Salvadori's problem against a Michigan, as opposed to, let's say, a Rhode Island, where he was very effective off the bench, is the Michigan players have his size, but they have so much more strength. Normally, when he comes in off the bench, he's playing against maybe a 6'7" player, and at 7 feet, he can get by with. But watch here. He doesn't even phase Juwan Howard. He puts his hand in, and Howard's just too strong for him. Steve Fisher going with the seniors, huh? Look at this. Talley coming in.
Michael Talley coming in, but you see the senior for Carolina first. Lynch returning. Lynch for Sullivan and Talley for King. Michael Talley for Jimmy King. Talley was the second leading scorer on this team the year before the Fab Five arrived, and two-time Mr. Basketball in the state of Michigan. And a three-point play for Juwan Howard.
Michigan shot very well, and it probably was the real difference in addition to Mashburn fouling out in the Kentucky game. Michigan did very well from the free throw line, a team that normally only shoots at 65%.
Three seniors from Michigan on the floor. Reese drives by Rose.
Second time he's beaten his man.
Riley with the rebound, snaps it over to Rose.
Good pass. Oh, a great steal.
Rodel read it over to Phelps. Tried to bounce it back. Riley read it.
Michigan's got the numbers, 3-on-1.
Howard will challenge Salvadori. And that's a 10-point lead for Michigan.
I think that North Carolina, Dean Smith is pushing up, but I think they need a timeout badly. Now, probably counting on a TV timeout. But really, this team totally out of sync.
Next whistle, there will be a television timeout.
And he tries to save him.
Spin move.
Getting nothing inside.
Salvadori. There's the whistle. Now, if Salvadori makes the second free throw, Carolina will get its timeout. Television timeout, that is. And Salvadori coming up with a big offensive rebound here, Billy.
Very good, but he can't finish it off on the inside. So many bodies, and you can see that strength.
Weber in for Juwan Howard.
And Montross will be coming right back in to counter that for Salvadori.
Salvadori, who arrived at North Carolina as a 6'10", 205-pound freshman. Remember him talking to us about eating 6 meals a day, grocery bill costing $350 a month.
And still couldn't put the weight on. There's so many of us in America like to know his formula for keeping it off.
2 free throws cuts the deficit to 8, but Michigan leads it 23-15. Well, field goal percentages tell the story, and North Carolina outside of the lane only 1 out of 11 from the floor.
And Jim, we talked about North Carolina shooting over 52% in the tournament. Something would have to give. Michigan was holding its opponents down to 38%. And so far, North Carolina out of sync. They go to the zone for the first time. 2-3 zone, Montross in the middle. Lynch will run the baseline out of it, so it moves sometimes into a 1-3-1 look.
Stolen right out of the hands of Riley. Stolen by Lynch.
They're high-low, not as effective with Riley in there as Howard, because Howard has those strong hands.
Lynch left wide open. North Carolina has brought in number 24, Dante Calabria.
Looks like both coaches trying to rest as many guys as they can early to have it ready for the second half. First time they played, Michigan led at halftime.
You know, Billy, as many Michigan games as we've called the last 2 years, we've never seen the 3 seniors on the floor right now on the floor for this duration.
No, as particularly not in the first half of the game. They didn't even play this much in the first half of the game in Hawaii early in the year.
Weber got it to go, plus a foul.
How about threading that needle for Jalen Rose? Against the zone, and I thought Juwan Howard made a very good point today when he talked about Carolina's zone, and they said if they go zone, we will have to get the ball inside. Counter to what a lot of people say, if you have a go against the zone, you've got to be a perimeter team. They think inside first.
Second on Lynch.